Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog Car Connections. I just want to post a quick vlog. I'll give more details. I'm just a little bit exhausted from the drive yesterday. I purchased this down in a little small state outside of Texas. Not outside, inside of Texas. And small Hyundai dealership, close to Houston, but enough far away where the trip was roughly around 5 hours away. You know what this car reminds me of? So one, if you're an 80s kid like I am, and something about this car brings back a lot of memories. It's very Back to the Future like, and with this paint and on those wheels to me are very retro 1980. But this car, guys, is a 2023 Ioniq 5 made by Hyundai. Range on it is roughly around 266 miles. And some people have been pulling, closer to 300 to 320 miles, depending on your pedal, right? So you go 55, 65, 75, 85 miles an hour. That all will have degradation in the range. But I want to show you this car because one, the paint color is fantastic. It's called Shooting Star Gray. And I had a lot of people asking me questions yesterday as I was driving her home around if the car had a wrap on it, because it really does look like a wrap. What's pretty neat about the car, it also comes with this specialty kit, and I'll pull up the hatch, which this is a hatch, which is pretty awesome. And it comes with a kit from Hyundai around how to wash the car. And I'll go more into the details when I pull up the hatch right now to show you guys. But literally, the car comes with that. It's a bucket with supplies on the protected and the clear coat and the things you're going to be doing to this car in its first wash. But I want to show you guys because this was another car I've been waiting for. It finally arrived. The dealership called me and I was ready to go. I flew in and then drove her back yesterday. One thing I will tell you with the car is it did give me quite a headache because I didn't expect the weather in Texas, especially in Texas, to turn. And it got pretty cold, guys. It got down to about 45 degrees last night as I was driving her home. And it really started to lose range. I know a lot of you guys that follow my channel do not know a lot about electric cars, but one thing I will tell you with electric cars is I've owned a couple now, Tesla Model S and of course my Mini, several Minis. They have huge degradation when it comes to cold. They do not like the cold weather for sure. And going back, if you're looking at this car, you could see, the retro theme on it. It has such a huge retro pixel, to me it's very 1980s vibe to it, and especially those wheels. And you could see kind of the styling on this car, specifically this line that goes right through there. It's pretty cool. The styling on this car is pretty epic. And so I wanted to show it to you guys because, again, this car is extremely rare still. It's been hard for Hyundai to keep up with the production of the car. And I'll back up a little bit here to give you kind of a better view of the angles on this car and the way the light's hitting. It has a full sunroof, so I'll kind of bring her a little close here. You can see the tail lights are all pixelated. And it has this pass-through to allow the wind to kind of full sunroof. And I'm going to show you the interior real quick. And I'll do a full detail vlog on it, but I want to show you guys a new spec. If you guys have been following the channel, relax. You guys know I just had another GT500 and I sold it. And there's the Mini. I still have her. And then for my GT500, folks, the Wildebeest is right there still. So let me go over here to the front and give you a better view of this paint job here. Check out these headlights again. There are pixels everywhere. The styling there is everywhere. Everywhere you look on the car, it has pixels on it. You guys know this car doesn't have any frunk. It doesn't have an engine. It has a small little frunk to kind of store your charging cable on it. Those vents in the bottom actually open and close depending on what the car needs from a cooling perspective on the batteries. But this paint right here is it's smooth to the touch. It looks like almost rough like sandpaper, but it's not. It's misleading. It doesn't look like that at all, guys. Very good visibility. Drove her again a good, I don't know, 350 miles, something like that. It rides like a 1980s, like, you know, your mom's or your dad's old Cadillac kind of thing, you know, with the cushy seats, and it rides just like that, guys. It's such a nice ride to it. The other thing that my people might want to ask, I'm using my Tesla charger. It does work. And I do have an adapter here that you can buy on Amazon. This is the actual Tesla charger that will go in a Tesla car. And this right here is the actual adapter that allows you to be able to charge the car. What's cool about again, going back to the pixel themes, it's all over the car, by the way. This lets you know where the car is in fullness. It's going to this level. Once it's all the way up to this level, it means it's completely full. Right now, the car has been charging, I want to say a good maybe 2 hours, and I'm up to about 50% charge on the car, give or take. And so it's going to take about 4 hours to fully charge. So if it's a car that you daily drive and you let her sit overnight, this car will be charged pretty much. What's crazy about this car is that if you go to a local Electrify America, if you have one local, this car charges, it's one of the fastest behind the Porsche Taycan, believe it or not. This car charges from about 20% to about 80% in about 18 minutes. And I actually witnessed that yesterday because I did stop at Electrify America, which is the same one I always stop by that we have here locally. And it got there quick. What does 80% look like around range? Again, this car, the EPA is saying about 266, maybe 300 miles is real world. So, you know, what is 80% of 300? Right, so it's more than enough to get around your daily routines for sure. I mean, this thing only does 100 miles, and it's enough for me to do whatever I need to do around the neighborhood or go to work. The other thing I was going to show you is check out this line right here, and the way this goes along, and it goes all the way around the front. It's just a big like clamshell hood. I mean, it's a big clamshell. Super retro theme. Let me turn her up, and then this will open up with your key. You can also program your phone so it can unlock. You can press this to lock it. But this is kind of very Tesla-like. Let me open it up real quick so you guys can kind of see the inside. You guys can see the beautiful ambient lighting, indefinite colors. This has like a green color to it. You might not be able to see it good. The seats have full way adjustable both sides. The front, this part right here actually can move back and forth. This seat over there actually reclines completely, and it has like a little area right here for your feet that kind of pops up. And so as you're charging the car, you can just sit back and relax. Going back to the pixel themes, you can just keep going on, and you'll be able to see pixels everywhere. You guys can see there the inside, the full roof. It's again, one thing with this car which is interesting is that you know, I saw it and the pictures looked amazing and the car looked great in person. Even this right now, I'm looking at it through the screen. It's just, it doesn't give this car justice in regards to the way the car looks. That's the first thing, but how big this car is. It's a really big hatch. I mean, it really is. It's huge. The seats in the back over here, let me open this up real quick. So this has a 5-position recline, so you can go straight up, back, all the way down. Individual, right? It's heated in the back, cooled and heated in the front. The other thing is there's a latch in the bottom that will allow you to push these seats all the way forward or back or all the way back. These also fall completely flat. There's charging areas there. Here are your rear vents. And then there's also a full watt charger, like a full outlet that you have at home where you can actually power like your camping gear or if you do any of that stuff. It does have these side privacy screens for your rear passenger. Again, the ambient line looks gorgeous. Again, unlimited amount of adjustments in the color. Let me pull up this hatch for you guys real quick. There's a button right here. Let you guys see that real quick. And there's a hatch with a privacy cover. It comes with a little kit, an emergency kit, hazard gloves, reflectors, all that stuff, rain jacket. It does come with a charger for your car. It's a base charger. Nothing, too crazy.
And then this is what I was telling you about, that it comes with Dr. Beasley's your detailing prescription. So basically a full detail on how to properly detail the car, straight from Hyundai, guys. Again, didn't pay for that. Again, such a great looking car. The lines are amazing. Hatch is high. I'm 6 feet tall, guys, and I can't touch my head with this. Like, I'm 6 feet tall and it's fully open. I'm underneath it and I still have literally 3 inches. And then like your typical SUV, it has a push button start here, which is again, pretty cool. What else can I tell you about the car? I mean, that's pretty much just a quick review on it. I want to show you that this is a new car to the Car Connections stable, if you want to call it. Again, here's your little privacy screen. And this kind of bends down when the hatch goes down, gives you a little bit of privacy, which is kind of cool. LED lighting on the interior. And that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the big talking points. 20-inch wheels, retro style. I love the wheels. You know, it's a love or hate. I know some people be like, dude, that looks ugly. By the way, some people might say this car entirely looks ugly, and I get it. To me, I think it's just a great looking car, and I think folks that grew up in the 80s, I think you'll get attracted to the car a little bit more. Car does have wheel locks. You can't see them, but you remove this little cap and you pull on the wheel locks. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you guys want me to do more vlogs on the riding of it and how overall, you know, tech in the car, whatever else you might be interested in. Let me know and I'll make sure to post additional vlogs. You know, the reality is that this car, I'm noticing, is starting to get really good views somehow. Like, I posted videos and it's starting to lag. Unlike so when I post something like that, this gets really good views immediately. This doesn't get views immediately. But all of a sudden, you give this, anything I vlog around that car, typically around a month to 2 months, and it starts to surpass views that this car had, which tells me something, that there's a lot of people that are interested and engaged in electrification when it comes to vehicles. And I get it, you know, I'm big around that, but at the same time, I love my American muscle, right? I love having the diversity. It's huge. And people always give me shit because it is a kind of weird look to see a, you know, Shelby GT500 with Tesla Powerwalls. I mean, look at that shot right there. Isn't that weird? But that's pretty much it, guys. And I know, again, this car, if I post more vlogs, again, just let me know, comment down below. I know they'll get good views and good comments and good interactions by the folks here. And as always, guys, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification buttons.